It's time for Annie's monthly Spotify playlist, a playlist of what Annie was listening to this month. Hey, I'm Annie, and this is why you should love music. This is for April. It's called April Shower Tunes. Blackbeak by Youngblood Hawke. Love that song so much. I love that entire album so much, but that song is probably my favorite just because of the weird poetic visuals. Social by Cardboard Kids. It's fun and funny, but it's about like mental health and depression and social anxiety, but it puts a really funny twist on it from the perspective of somebody who's dealing with it. No Good and Goodbye by The Script. The album No Sound Without Silence. I feel like that did not get as much attention as I felt like it warranted. And everyone was kind of like, yay, and then it came out and then everybody forgot about it 3 seconds later. Don't know why. It's a really great album. It has some great songs on it. If you were one of the people who like skipped over it, you should definitely go check out that album because it was fantastic. Sleepwalking Part 2 by Alvarez Kings. This is one of the newer ones that I had discovered in April. I didn't know about this band heretofore. A lot of what this song is about is it feels like kind of like you're living your life like a zombie or like you're sleepwalking and you just take the next step and do the things that you have to do because you're an adult and you have human responsibilities. Next song is called Hypnotized. This is one of the new Coldplay tracks. It came out before Something Just Like This, which they did with Chainsmokers, which that overshadowed, I feel like, Hypnotized. Everybody was like, what? It feels like a very meditative track musically. It has some interesting things happening, though it is a slower energy. But the lyrics on this track are just insane. I listened to the song and I knew poetry as an art form is still alive and well. It's not going anywhere. Us Against the World by 7 Days in Alaska. I want to say that they're Norwegian. Is that true? They're new. They have, I think, only one EP, but it seems like every time I see them posting something, they're like, something is coming soon. Ultralife by Oh Wonder. You guys know how much I am obsessed with this song because I've already talked about it a lot. Basically, long story short, Anthony and Josephine are like my heroes. They are some of the most incredible writers. They come from such different perspectives in music, but they both have such strong voices and they don't fight against each other. It almost paints a visual of the creative process. So I really enjoy listening to their music for the end result, for the product that they give, but also for the creative journey that they take you on while you're listening. Oh Love by MisterWives. All of their songs are really fun songs. I really like this band, but I almost have sort of a love-hate relationship with this band because everything that they do, I feel like I love it and I hate it and I fight myself with it a lot, but I think that's part of the charm. I don't want a perspective that always agrees with mine. You know, I want to be expanded, and that's why I love music. How Do You Feel by the Maine. Love this track so much. So it's kind of interesting, this song. In some ways, my initial reaction is to think, oh, that's a little juvenile. But really and truly, if I dig deeper under the surface, I think my true opinion is that it's something that's really important and really needs to be said. And I think that they've done an excellent job in artistically portraying that message in a really beautiful and well-packaged way. And technically, the song is incredible and amazing, but then also it's just really fun to listen to. It's The Sound of Us by A Lot Like Birds. This song is hecka weird, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's so strange, and that's probably the reason that I love it. None of my music preferences ever get too dark, but that being said, I find a lot of beauty in darkness when it's done beautifully, artistically. I don't like darkness for the sake of darkness, but if you go to the shadows to explore the beauty of the depths, then that's something that I'm very compelled by. Hard Times by Paramore. So what I really appreciate about this album is that they took the rhythm from island music or tropical music, and then they took the guitar from like alternative music, and they fused them together, and it's sort of this beautiful chaotic fusion of something that I feel is very new, even though it's very, very familiar. But if you really break it down, it's a really interesting mix. And then of course you have Haley's vocals. They're so iconic. I Don't Want to Dance by Coin. I love this song so much. I'm pretty sure it's physically impossible to remain still while you're listening to the song. And then the hook is about, I don't want to dance because I don't know how to dance. It contradicts itself. In the narration, it's saying I don't know how, but then the physicality of it, the actual music, is just illustrating the intuitive nature of music on the body. It's very cheeky. Champions by Born Cages. Love Born Cages so much. This is off their new EP. I call it an EP. I think they were saying that it was a mini album. I don't know. It's called Exit Signs in a Burning Building. And Champions is fantastic. You must check it out. Higher by The Score. It's very empowering, and I feel like it's like it could be like a workout song or just like to pump you up. This one is a little less technical and a little more outside of your head and into the rest of your body. Maybe emotional, that's what I meant to say. Outside of your head and into the rest of your body. That's apparently how I elocute the feeling of emotion. That revealed a little too much about me. Moving on. Holding On To You by 21 Pilots. I'm obsessed. It's from their Vessel album. To be perfectly honest, like, my ultimate happy place when I'm feeling miserable, like I'm gonna die, I need to be snuggled up with a blanket. I don't care if it's like literally 106 degrees outside, which it actually was. I need a blanket, I need hot Cheetos, and I need 21 Pilots music. That's my ultimate happy place. Lane Boy from their Blurry Face album. I know I usually have a rule, I don't like to repeat artists on playlists, but they were from 2 different eras, and I like seriously listened to a ridiculous amount of 21 Pilots last month. If I try to talk about that song, like technical breakdown of why those songs are amazing and why I love them, I would be here for weeks. So we're just gonna move on. Someone to Stay by Vancouver Sleep Clinic. I get excited and I fall in love very easily with a lot of music, but there are certain songs and certain albums that I feel are just another level of artistry. The way that the human body experiences the journey of this album just feels transcendent. Also, why is it Vancouver Sleep Clinic? Because I feel like this band is Australian. I feel like there's a fabulous backstory. Saw You in a Dream by Japanese House. I really, really like this song a lot. It's very interesting, very soothing. For some reason, it's very soothing to me and calming. I really like it. In the Blood by John Mayer. He's an incredible musician, incredible guitarist. I'm always interested in his new stuff, even though my preferences don't naturally align with all of his music. I always appreciate being a student of his art. Polaroid by Imagine Dragons. I know a lot of people didn't like the album Smoke and Mirrors. I think that they're wrong. Polaroid, though, in particular, I have a special sort of affinity to, just because the metaphors and the imagery in it are so, like, beautiful and hilarious, but also they should tear your heart out. They should probably make me sad, but they make me laugh. In Empathy. Well, that's my playlist. If you liked this video, give me a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe. I post vinyl videos every Friday, random other music-related videos with no schedule, as you can see. I'd love to hear any of your thoughts and feelings and comments. Drop them down below. And I hope that maybe you found some stuff that you liked. Usually I like to introduce you to a lot of new music in these playlists. April was like a really wonky month for me, so it's kind of a lot of throwbacks. But I hope that you found something that you could enjoy or grasp onto. And if you didn't, I hope that you were entertained, because otherwise that was a colossal waste of your time. So if that's the case, I sincerely apologize. Why didn't you just click away earlier? Sorry.